Today I'm going to be sharing with you another what I ate in a day video, and this time the recipes are going to be 7 ingredients or less, not including spices of course. So they're very simple and things that you already have around the house. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan. Welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow a whole food, plant-based, no oil, and gluten-free way of eating. Here you're going to find lots of quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes. Be sure to check out all the resources below for everything that I offer. From online courses to newsletters to an e-guide, there's lots of good stuff down there. So check it out. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what I ate in a day. Like I said, all these recipes are 7 ingredients or less. And 2 of these recipes will feature pumpkin. It is September after all, so I start with the pumpkin recipes. I've already had my breakfast. I had a big smoothie. I had my green smoothie, my Dr. Brook Goldners smoothie, my hyper nourishing smoothie. So I'm really not that hungry. So in a bit I'm going to be making lunch, but I really want pancakes. So I'm going to have pancakes for lunch. Why not? And these are going to be pumpkin pancakes. And then I'm going to be making a delicious sweet potato and pumpkin soup. So easy, so delicious and satisfying. You're really going to love it. So let's get started on those pancakes. Okay, this pancake batter is super simple. You could also use this for waffles. So I'm just going to mix the dry ingredients first. And I have 1 1/4 cups of oat flour. If you don't have any gluten problems, then use regular flour. I've got some baking powder and some pumpkin spice and some ground flaxseed. Exact measurements will be in the description box. So just get that blended up. Then I've got a 1/2 cup of pumpkin, and it's pumpkin puree. And then I'm going to add about 3/4 cup water. And that way we're keeping this really low fat, just adding water, and they still taste delicious. And if it's too thick for you, just add some more water. So we're going to blend this up, or mix it up. And I love the color that the pumpkin gives the batter. So pretty. This will thicken up as it sits. That's why I like to start with 3/4 cup, and I think this will be perfect. I'm going to grab my griddle and then we're going to start making pancakes. And you just want to use a nice non-stick griddle or pan, whatever you've got. And on the griddle they go. Just want to make sure you've preheated it. And you can make these as big as you want. I like this size, using a 1/4 cup measuring. And I'm just going to add a few blueberries to some of these. My husband doesn't really care for blueberries in the pancakes. He likes them on the side. So that's how I solved this problem. And this recipe makes about 8 pancakes, give or take. And I'll just do 3 and 3. Alright, we'll let these cook and then I will flip them and show you how I serve them up. Okay, to start this sweet potato pumpkin soup, I'm going to saute some onion. I've got a little vegetable broth in there. Got about a 1/2 of an onion. And we're just going to let this saute till it gets softened a few minutes. What I love about this soup is this comes in about 30 minutes. So it's really quick. The ingredients are really easy. So we'll let these onions go. And actually, I think I will add my celery in there too. I have 2 small stalks of celery. If your pot starts to dry out, just add a little water or more broth, but we'll let this go for a few minutes, and I'm on medium heat. Once the veggies are softened, then I'm going to let the liquid evaporate, and then I'm going to let them caramelize a little bit. Another couple of minutes. It just really gives it another layer of flavor. Now you can see we're getting a little bit of color there, and that's what you want. It is possible to caramelize onions with no oil. Proof is right here. Now I'm going to add a little bit of veggie broth. This is going to deglaze the pan. Then we're going to add in some garlic and our spices. And what I have in here is salt, smoked paprika, and chili powder. And we'll just let these cook in here for a minute or two. Now I have a 15-ounce can of pumpkin here, but I took a half a cup out for my pancakes. So I'm just going to use the rest of this can, but you can totally use a whole can of pumpkin puree. I just don't want to open another can. That just seems ridiculous to me. So I'm going to add this in here. Then we're going to add our 3 cups of sweet potatoes, about 2 cups of broth, and a cup of plant milk, unsweetened. I'm using soy milk. Now if you want to make it richer and thicker, then you could use light coconut milk, but I want to keep this as low fat as possible. All right, I'm going to get this all mixed. Then I'm going to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes till the potatoes are soft. And then we'll puree it all up, and I'll add one more thing to it. And if you've been with me for a while, you know what that's going to be. So I've taken the pot off the stove because the potatoes are nice and soft. And now we're just going to blend this up. You could put this in a blender if you want. Either way is fine. Now you just want to check that there's no more little chunks in there. If there are, keep blending. I want my soup really smooth. And now I'm going to add my greens because you knew I would. And I've got, I don't know, about a cup and a half of finely chopped kale. You could use spinach, or you could leave it out altogether. I'm just going to stir this in, cover it, and just let it sit in here for 5 minutes or so the kale gets nice and wilted, and then we will serve it up. Oh, that looks so good. Can't wait to dig in. Okay, here's our finished product, our delicious soup. The soup came out thick and creamy and smooth. So good. I love the combination of the sweet potato and the pumpkin. The sweet potato is sweet, then you get that nuttiness from the pumpkin, and just a little bit of spice from the chili powder, not much. If you want it spicier, then add more, but I like things pretty mild. But this is really yummy and satisfying, even though it's like 80 degrees outside, but I'm such a nut. I like soup no matter what, any time of year, so. And of course, added that kale for some freshness and some more nutrients and fiber, of course. So I hope you enjoyed this What I Ate in a Day today with recipes that have 7 ingredients or less, which makes it really easy, just everyday ingredients that you probably already have in your house. If you like this video, if you learned something, if you found it helpful, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you've made it this far in the video, please comment below with pumpkin, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate you watching the video all the way through. It really helps my channel. Be sure to check out all the resources below for my online course and of course my newsletter, my Facebook group. Just check all those out. I'm sure there's something there that will strike your fancy. And remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you.